In the realm of early access survival games, there seems to be quite a lot of games out there. Some good, some bad, and some hidden gems that many people might overlook or didn't know exist at all. And today I wanted to bring attention to a small game I found. That game being RisingWorld. RisingWorld is, well, another survival game. Go figure. Who'd have saw that coming? But I was pleasantly surprised of the amount of fun I had with it. I mean, I basically made 2 seasons of me playing this game for the first time because I felt some potential here. The game starts fairly simple and straightforward. Collect rocks, collect sticks, make simple axe. Then you'll need a place to sleep and maybe a campfire to keep you warm and have as a light source. Sooner or later, you're gonna need to collect some food. And there is a lot, and I mean a lot of animals in this game to hunt. Pigs, sheep, cows, that sort of stuff, and some very hostile wildlife to balance that out. Like I said, water to drink. It's going to be necessary. Just be mindful that the game takes into account salt water, so you will not be able to drink the water of the ocean all willy-nilly. You can, however, find lakes or ponds, or just build barrels to collect rainwater instead. Then you'll want to advance and make some better tools, so you be on the lookout for ores, which iron will be the first ore you'll need to progress on your journey. After you collect your first bits of iron, you're gonna need a way to smelt the ore. And to smelt your ore, you're gonna need a furnace. And one of the coolest things about RisingWorld is the interactivity with most of the equipment and workstations. We're talking furnaces, tanning racks, and all that sort of stuff. Making the player interact with the process is actually refreshing and immersive, and actually pretty satisfying. Like this grinder, for instance. You gotta actually push against the lever to make the rock move. Like, you didn't need to do any of this, but I feel like the whole purpose of it was to get the player to feel immersed in the mechanics. And to that, I say hell yeah. There is a lot of satisfying mechanics to the game, like chopping trees down, for example, and seeing them physically fall, all while you still need to cut them again to obtain the wood, which in theory can be really annoying to grind, but I love it. It never gets old chopping a tree down and seeing the deforestation that you commit here. I'm giving you the basics, the basic rundown of how things progress around here. Collect resources and get better equipment, and another thing that you're going to eventually do is build. And oh boy, here's the craziest and best part of the game. I'm going to say something controversial here. RisingWorld has one of, if not the best building system of all survival games. Don't come at me with pitchforks yet, let me explain. Because where most games have the limitation of block placement or preset floors and walls and the grid system, RisingWorld completely goes all in. Yes, it still has the blocks and the grid system, but that's for basic people like me who can't build even if my life depended on it. You can completely disable that and place and manipulate the blocks into whatever shape you please. It does give you basic shapes to go off of for an easier time here. And with this radical wield of properties and numbers and stuff I yet to fully understand, you, the player, can truly make whatever you want, no limits. Placing blocks within each other and precisely where you want them to go. For example, say you're building a house from the ground up, you can place wood planks, and then on top of that, you can place thin wood laminate flooring so it looks and feels right. Or make a whole frame layout of a home with 4x4 before you go in and tap the walls and floors. It's almost a better building game than a survival game, and maybe I should rewrite the title of this video. Truly, I believe that you can just have fun building in this game alone. And I'm positive that there is plenty of people out there that just bought this game just to build. You would need to try it out for yourself to fully understand what I mean when I say it's one of the best building systems out there. Just trust me, bro. Alright, back to survival. There is this incentive to progress, to see what else the game has to offer. We're talking tools and new equipment, and you're definitely gonna want to upgrade. Because living like a caveman is fun and all, but there are some fun tools that require more advanced workstations. And to acquire said stations, you're gonna need new ores, which is handled interesting to say, because you will need to grind and assemble a sailing boat to travel to new islands for those new rare ores. And with that, it gives the game such a journey vibe. Like you're actually traversing the world to obtain new materials for yourself, and it's just good, man. I love it, man. The adventure is worth it here. That's basically the survival aspect of the game, more or less. I want to talk about other random aspects of the game. To knock a few down, we have NPCs in the game, bandits and bandit camps in case you feel like fighting for some random loot. And speaking of loot, just recently the developers added POIs to spawn around the world so you can actually get some random loot and explore more. One thing that really caught my eye was the wall painting, and it has the feature to let you import your own pictures and make your own wall frames to decorate your home. Like, how cool is that? All in real time, you just open it up, pick what you want, and boom, custom frames. Or how about a playable piano? My guys, you cooked with this one. Perhaps you want to obtain animals and build your own little farm. The game allows you to use rope and guide animals back to your home. Fishing, apparently, that's a thing you could do as well. However, I haven't done so, but you can totally do so. It's the small stuff like this that really makes this game special. And I haven't shown or talked about everything here. I wanted to leave some room for exploration on your part and not to spoil any of the fun to be had here. A quick honorable mention here before I move on. The game settings to start a world can be customized to your liking. So in case you don't like enemies to spawn at night and you just want to build, stuff like that, you can disable that. And big warning for arachnophobes, there is big, hairy, realistic looking spiders in this game that unfortunately I had to learn the hard way. But you can disable them if you want. So that's a big plus in my opinion. Alright, let's move on to the next thing I want to talk about. The graphics. Man, this is a beautiful game. The grass flowing in the wind. The first thunderstorm you experience with its rain, the lighting. The forests in this game are really done well. It gave me Sons of the Forest type of vibes here. Anywho, it's all just really well done. I know graphics isn't important. It should be gameplay, performance, then graphics, yada yada. But like I said, the game is great. The fact that the visuals can be really pretty to look at is just the cherry on top. Now to the bad. Surprisingly, I found it very hard to bring something to complain about, because I found the game to run smooth on my end, dealing with a Ryzen 5 5600X 6-core processor and a RTX 3060. Yes, I know, I don't have the best PC, don't bully me. It ran fine and smooth, even turned up the render chunks to the max to see far away. However, after sleeping or during nightfall, my frames would go down for some reason. I'm assuming here it's due to the fact that it spawns or despawns in the night NPCs, which that's a thing. But I mean, all in all, it just turned into a small nitpicks at this point. Like, who and what is this character model? Why can't I see my legs? Or the clothes on my arms, for the matter? Some weird lighting issues during sunset and sunrise. I don't know what the cause of this was. I guess the building here, while one of the strongest aspects, can be a nightmare to figure out with all the different keys, making it quite confusing and a little frustrating. Struggled to find more to complain about at the time of me writing this, so in the comments, leave down your #1 complaint and I'll leave you a little heart and a cookie. RisingWorld, while being a great, fun game, is just another hidden gem mixed in with all the other early access survival games that get released. But I encourage you to try this game out for yourself, seeing as it's $15 and it's still being worked on, I think you'll like this one for sure. If you're a survival fan looking for your next grind, or a builder and you just want to build some elegant homes and maybe a cathedral. And with all that said and done, I've wasted your time enough. Stay safe, stay chillin'. I'll catch you on the next one.